Alright. Welcome back everyone to Doki Doki Literature Club Part 3. We're finally tackling the side stories today. Sorry I've been gone for a week. It happens. When we last left off, Sarah was all sad. Was going home. But we're not worried about that right now. We're finally gonna tackle side stories. We have actually 2 unlocked. Only 2 because I'm a shitter. But that's what we're going to be focused on today. So, I've been inside for these. Haven't been able to... I haven't sold myself at all on the side stories. Have zero clue what they're about. I do know that they have little to no connection to the main story. And that's really all I know. So, let's get it. We gotta go with our girl Monica. It's just how it is. Oh, new music. Oh, it sounds like a real anime. Soak it all in. Gorgeous. Yuri killed herself right by these desks. Spoilers. Ah! Oh man, I gotta remember... I gotta remember my voices. Okay. Okay everyone. Literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss debate club. When would it be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Maka's the only member of the literature club. Oh, this is a prequel-ish. In days that have passed, all of our efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it up over their other club interest. I can't rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. But what kind of vision? I feel like... Hold on. Music a little loud. Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioning is soothing. Oh my god, we're getting new art. I'm gonna guess it's Sayori. Hello? Yeah, it is. Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do this. Hee hee. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit this. I'm getting the idea this has MC... You, as the MC, will have nothing to do with any of these stories. They're just gonna be all the girls. Oh boy, this is a lot of girl voices in for me. Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, a literature club. Damn, this music is just so loud, I swear. This is the literature club. Yay! I thought I was wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do it all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that, this is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more new members. I'm working really hard on it. Dude, the music slaps as always, but it's just so loud. Hold on a sec. If it's just you... That means I get to be vice president! What? Vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? Sayori? Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no! I'm so sorry! I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I'd make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tried to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. Nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! And their name a more iconic duo. Boom, Sayori and Monica. It's the only more iconic duo would be Sayori and Anus. Got him! Oh my god, Zip Zang Booty Bop. That's such a cool name! Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. Oh, you're smiling! Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try something to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Oh, I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. I put on my normal man voice. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, and then let's go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. It's true. But the people around me aren't big huggers. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Boom, bam, bop. Alright, Thick Gang. We are on our first part of the side story. The day passes, and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. President Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late! I'm here! I was more Natsuki, but it's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica, deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a poem. Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me. I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Aww. Aww. Sweet. Oh no! Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course! Wait! Wait, no! That's the wrong side of the paper! Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet! I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious, do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are. Ah, really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. Never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. Hey, it's Heck Boy! It's Javier! He's come to worship the waifus with me! Everybody, chat, look, it's Javier! It's Heck Boy! I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Hello, sir. Welcome. You waifu stream for you. Aw. Damn it. Now I gotta make sure I perform for Javier. You should have more confidence in yourself. Get a bar. Why are you watching a Doki Doki stream? Oh no! That reminds me. Speaking of the stream, I forgot to change the name of the stream. Oh no! What have I done? What have I done? Okay, I've updated it. You're the Literature Club president! Haha, I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. Damn, I'm losing my Monica voice. It's actually the hardest one to do. You know, I can't envision my club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, sharing little poems we write, stuff like that. Oh yeah! I would love that! Such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like, we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision of the club. I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too! I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. We want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together. I brainstormed so hard! It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Ah, Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at this list. ... Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have a chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club? What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I mean, that worked for the MC of the game, so I'm like kind of worried that you would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? Yeah, like the MC. People who fucks everything up. People would come just for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. That would be mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Even if they don't know it yet. Let's see. Next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How do we know they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them on the wall. I definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! Ah, I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I just want to be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that stuff, right? A vision for the club? Okay, sorry. Pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of the literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. This is all a joke to the fucking MC of the game who originally wanted to join the anime club. And it was originally just coming for the cupcakes. What the heck? Ah, sorry. I was just thinking of a friend of mine. References. Okay. What if I just said we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? Ugh. This sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica! Don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do. When you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Oh, yeah, intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us! Oh, there are millions of people who wish they could be. Millions of people. That group would blow up so, that club would blow up so fast. Okay, that's kind of. Hehehe, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh! What is it? I forgot all of my things in my classroom! Must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But we weren't. Ah, never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. They already dashed out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighed and started jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Hey, because Monica becomes sentient. Hey, ooh, get it? It's a new her. Hey, ooh, eh. Discover your heart. She also does that. Ooh, eh. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Oh my god! From the ending song! Oh, Dan Salvato, you sneaky fox! Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. I do love the ending song. Wow, that's lame. Hey, get it? Hey. I'm just here. My commentary so far is hey, ooh, references. I mean, I do like this reference. That ending song hits me every time I hear it. It's me right here. It's like, oof. Monica. Monica! Ah, you startled me. Sorry! But it's something important! On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book! Reading a book? Let's hurry, recruiter! Wait. Are you sure she's not just doing it for homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. And we're going off to meet Yuri! Monica grabs one of her flyers stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In there! Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. Get it? Because she spies on everybody during the main story. Boom! References. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president! And I'd probably scare her away. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom, and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and walked out. Ha 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 ha! That's kind of cute. Dot dot dot. Of course Monica's cute. Look at her. She's the best girl. I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? To head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished. Monica still feeling a little bit embarrassed by the encounter. On returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at a sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute! I thought it was a little overdramatic. It's hit me right in the feels. It's hit me right in the feels. They're talking about Monica's end song. Oh my god. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Stern face. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. I don't think that's bad. Like with this club. We have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So, I'm really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses thinking and shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Finally, Sayori taps her finger against a sheet of paper. Wait, who sings? Oh. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. So sweet. Hold on, my friend is just finished the original DDLC, and he's telling me how Kino Monica's song is, and it made him tear up. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. The only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home. You tell me, you're the president. Ah, in that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. If that's the case. Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori. She decides it was something she probably needed right now. The club that I needed the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Okay, this song is Kino, from what I can hear. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Oh, hey, Joel, you were here. What's funny is, this side story is, Monica and Sayori first meeting, and there's a lot of references to Monica's song, which is funny that you just now listen to it the first time. Because she's writing down, she's writing down, like, mottos for the club, and she says, "Write the way into your heart," and she's like, "No, that's stupid." And Sayori's like, "Oh, that's cute," because she saw it, wrote it down. She's like, "Oh." And then, Sayori told her, seems like, because it's only Sayori and Monica right now, Sayori says, where's it at? Let's see. Yeah, then Sayori says, "Paper right the way into your heart," which Monica wrote down. Sayori says, "I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone." Oh shit! I keep coming back. And then she... Anyway, now here. Because it's the window, it's the real person inside us. Underneath the passion who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. Also, there's some comedy either. It's pretty funny. But it's folder poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color of the scent. It's so pretty in my hair. Every day, I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, inked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die. And you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, pressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. In the field I stand in, a prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that is why I've decided I must become the flower. What do I have? Oh. What the? Wait. Sayori. Oof. Oh! No! Okay, that was part one. Alright. We have Trust part 2. Got more music. I'm not sure which ones are new. I mean, in the side story, there were some new songs I hadn't heard before, but I'm not sure which ones. Yeah, Sayori. Oh, we have new design, the new design story, new design Monica. I like new Monica, but old Monica's always gonna be best. And then we got the new poem. Take my hand and become the flower, which is depressing as fuck. Wait a minute. Poem from CR distributed at special events in the past. Oh wait, I haven't. So this one's not. Okay, this one's not in the story. It's you just unlock it. Okay. So it's just Sayori's really special poem, I guess. There once was a ladybug. It was so small, it took a really long time to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Does that make them better than other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things. And so, the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. The story wasn't really going anywhere. But I know you don't mind. I hope you think it's nice for being there anyway. Like ladybugs. Like this ladybug. One who clings like a doof onto your sleeve because it knows you won't squash it. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? We have somewhat new classroom. And that was all that's new. Alright, trust part 2. Another day passes in a flash. Story time, the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings. I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the classroom with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica, is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problem's so trivial compared to yours. Jerry responds quietly. What are you talking? Let's see. What are you talking about? As she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But he promised me one thing. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Well, okay. I can get my full CR8 when it's a little less heavy tone. My full... If you think CR is good, then wait for Natsuki, because my Natsuki is mwah. But, yeah, thanks. I'm trying to be emotionally compromised CR8, not crazy, you know, bombastic Sayori. Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the literature club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart. Or whatever. So, I just want you to promise that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now. I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? What about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know. Hee hee hee! There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. Hee hee hee. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a perfect way. Oh, in a pretty way. Alright. At least, that's how I do it. It's not like that's the only way. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" as she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites "you idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and I did the exact same thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Hee hee hee. Monica continues to exercise, jotting down her thoughts. Surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. I agree, because I've written down some dramatic shit, but like the whole point is just to be uncensored. Just get all that shit out there. Just get it on the paper. I don't know. The paper is supposed to be like, I hate using this term, but it's kind of like a safe space, you know? It's for yourself just to get out everything that's in your head. It's not supposed to be filtered as you would speak to like somebody else to try and show a certain perception of yourself. Just be as unfiltered, as emotional as you feel at the time. And someone could find that later and be like, this motherfucker is crazy. But the point is, it's supposed to be for you. It's not supposed to be for anyone else. This kind of stage of writing. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. Fucking hyper beam that bitch, yeah. I'll stop here. But we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it! Monica and Sayori proceeded with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond straightens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica's the first one to the club room. Wait, this is the sad, solemn Kino music up. Put that back up. With her printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. So much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. You know. Surely, common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be the president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight of Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. The debate club was always about rigid structure, and formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of the pen. Oh, just like the just like the one tip of the day she gives about just getting your ideas out. Oh, and she gets this from Sayori. I get it. Boom. Dan Salvato, you genius. You are the Ano of visual novels. But she in that tip of the day in the original narrative, she says just keep writing. Think about it as if you stop, you'll soon have just basically a big puddle of ink. So just keep, it's a big blotch. So just keep writing. Don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Michael lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it, and she does so. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Yes, puddle ink. There you go, Joel. There you go. You know, I wish I had, because I'm recording this. I wish in OBS, I had the chat up on the screen somewhere. So that in the recording it says, oh well. I'll figure that out later, how to do that for future recordings. Because if anyone's watching the recording, it just looks like I'm talking to myself. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Well, the main narrative can basically be described as this. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach the desk and stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good! You've been working so hard. On the club. But also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down and stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Yep. I don't have anything witty to say about that. Sayori. This is really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you. More than I'm scared. With those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say. She stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. Another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was the right thing for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence. And our friendship doesn't have to change. Haha, it's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica sits forward. But nothing else. I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Aww. Wordlessly, without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Not on the boob. Anyone out there who has naughty ideas. It's on the shoulder, not on the boob. It's supposed to be this nice, solemn, bittersweet, happy moment. And she is definitely not sniffing that booba. Shut up, Joel! She is not getting a sniff of that booba. That is not what's going on. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that no one new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking. To say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in choke voice. Fuck, I have to say this in a choke voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everybody would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything. And it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me. And I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her heart and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me. I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, the thoughts Sayori experiences are the ones that don't. The thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. Your coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision. You brought us happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. You share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Thanks. You're the best! No, you are. She would change smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. I was very reluctant to originally go to, for all of you out there, all of one person, which is Joel. I was, but if there is a chat, there is somebody watching this recording. It was, yeah. Very hesitant to go to my first psychologist, therapist, but, Really don't need to worry. I mean, at the end of the day, they suck. You opened up to some random jackass that legally cannot tell anybody about it. So, it's alright. Most time it helps. Well, of course it will always be your choice. If you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Darius suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me that made me tired and hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Anka smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. Oh my god, it's second best girl Yuri! Fuck what Joel says. A face that seems similar. Bam! Yeah, it's Yuri. Let's see, what new picture? Oh, probably just the CG. Yeah, I got this. Dancing. Oh, I got new music. We got hug energy. Joel, you want some hug energy? Give me your hug energy! Chat, give it to me right now! Joel, you gotta type that you're giving me the hug energy. Alright, fuck you then. I don't need hug energy from you, bitch. Give my own hug energy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got it. Okay. It's stupid. Alright. Energy. Alright. They have understanding 1 and 2. Well, I will say, I did like that side story. The beginning was very funny. A lot of references that Joel wasn't here for. So he wasn't here for the humor. He was only here for the very solemn, serious stuff. But that was good. It's good. I like that. I like that. We're expanding on the relationships of the girls to each other, which is important because in the main narrative, it's all about your dumb cis male ass. It's all about. Yes, thank you, Joel. Thank you. Excellent moments. Excellent moments. The main narrative is all about your dumb cis male dick having ass. And now we're focusing on the real queens of this story. The real queens, not your beta cuck male MC. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door. Oh yeah. Door opens halfway in the house. Face peeks inside. Face that seems similar. It's Yuri! It's Big Booba! The Big Boobas have arrived! Dot 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 dot. The Big Boobas say dot 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 dot. This is a new song too. Sayori says dot 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 dot. Medium boobs say dot dot dot. Big boobs but not as big boobs says dot dot dot. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I respect women. I respect women. But I respect the women of DDLC way more than real 3D women. LMAO. Just kidding. Not kidding. Not kidding, but kidding. Oh, I can't see whatever you put. Oh. You put that emote. Yes, the boobs. The boobs. 2D is better than 3D. Thank you, Joel. A man of great taste. A man of culture as well. Let me get a sip of water. I become parched by the sight of these beautiful boobas. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuous. She very conspicuously emails to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on the desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Son. Alright, now I gotta do my Yuri voice. I gotta go even deeper than... am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. Smart and sultry. That is Yuri. I have more to show you about Yuri as soon as we hang out. I have so many things. There's so many things you need to learn about Yuri. Especially because you didn't take the Yuri route, because you're a pleb. You took Natsuki like a pleb. There's no... And I like Natsuki. She's savage, she's funny, but she's fourth best. She is still fourth best girl at the end of the day. You know, somewhere else she'd be best girl. But she's going against stiff competition. And you, sir, took worst girl. Not only worst girl, but also least important girl. Done with my tangent now. Anyways, Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. But you don't even know. You don't even know. You're still only the surface level of Doki Doki. You think what you think is not what you think. Anyways, back to my stream. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori. We run the literature club. Even though it's just us so far, but what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join. Ah, fuck. I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. Girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica. Sayori, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, completely caught off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great! I'm so happy I found this club. I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay. I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the classroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god. I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, no experience with fantasy. Except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. And that's probably, a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure I'll be fine! In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff. Just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do! Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky, it's a chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be a good idea to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we would just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Nope. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide to want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. That's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she... Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica? Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here. I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much. I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Oh, that makes me happy! I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. Never had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything! Even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you'd think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. Or Sayori pauses. Did I say Yuri? Sayori. How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that'd be okay. Okay! Well, I'm pretty into crafty things, like making cute little collages, or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff, because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. And then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly I'm into. You sound quite creative. Quite creative. Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I want to start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after getting cut off. I like going to the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit, not have any people around. It's peaceful. It's just nice to remove myself from everything that matters. Let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on weekends, when I feel like I need it. Wow. I feel like I would never have time to do something like that. I find that you have a lot more time. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. You don't let it slip through your fingers. True. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work. She found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan! I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects... She's beaming on him. Sayori keeps beaming on him. Once back, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! That's my best Sayori bye. Bye! I just got a dust storm warning for Arizona. Look at that. As Yuri exits... Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. Hee, I didn't do anything. I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels real nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Sayori is one of those people always puts others above herself. And that's what makes her a true queen. I mean, not that it's always healthy, but that selflessness. That selflessness. That is why she is third best girl. It goes Monica, Power Gap Yuri, Sayori, Power Gap Natsuki. That's how it goes. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared. I think she'll be happy, as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted, with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. Yeah, I was thinking only Monica. It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab. It's just us today. Is that okay? I don't think that's a reference to her coding. I don't think. Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. Natsuki is bottom tier. Natsuki, objectively, is still good. She's a good girl. But if I have to compare her to the three other girls, she is bottom tier. I am sorry. I'm sorry, Joel, that you have bad taste in women. But it is what it is. It's just objective facts. It's science. It's science. Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of what. Now, I will say, Natsuki is my favorite to voice because she's a savage, and I like my voice for her. Other than that, she's worst girl. I'm sorry. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Ha ha ha! Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong! I thought it was cute how excited you were! Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know you're just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I already decided I'll join the club. Don't even try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. Mona, uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun we can do together. Reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? The big boobas are thinking. Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place. And you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Jerry pulls her desk and Siri sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Siri reads the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. Aha! It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right. I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a small notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait! How come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes. Like maps, timelines, family trees. Or just for taking notes. Notes? I mean... yes. That's an effective strategy! Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Yeah. Sayori's jokes flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this. I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't have her smell and like blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulders against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. As the minor diversion between... After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details the race's factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. Despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. See, Joel, you're telling me you wouldn't want to, like... You're telling me you went for Natsuki instead of the girl you could discuss nerd Magic the Gathering shit with? Come on, Joel. Come on. Don't lie to yourself. Come on now. Come on. Come on, just admit it. Hey, Natsuki is fourth. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come to my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written words, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Yuri jots. Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Yuri flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past Tale of Contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? Mm-hmm. All the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. To continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. The tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here! They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rolls her... I feel like Yuri just comes off as a snob sometimes, but like, she doesn't mean it. It's just funny. I mean, she is one, but not an ill-mannered... She's a well-meaning snob. Two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in these notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At least... Yeah. Well, like, yeah, Yuri is snobby and it's like, more undertones, and Natsuki will just tell your face. Fuck you! Dipsy, these cupcakes were meant for you! That's Natsuki. Anyways, at least Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gone through so far. Dude, I have multiple years worth of of DDLC memes to send you, so I've sent you one out of like an innumerable amount I have. Anyways. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find the words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. A somewhat preview. I had to read her actual words so that I could actually... I mean, it's in my prior recordings, but I have to read her actual words so I get the full Natsuki. I just try to be like the most... I try to be the most angry, shrill, tsundere possible, and that's my Natsuki. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best. So I can see it the way you do. Also, damn, Sayori is cucking me because I take Yuri's route, and you wouldn't know, but you read with Yuri, and I thought it was special. I thought it was special after years of neglect that I finally got to read with Yuri, but Sayori did it first. How could she? Fucking Sayori cucked me in my reading time with Yuri. Makes you want to keep going. Oh, I already heard that. Relaxation, Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got both moments with both girls. Did you... Okay, well then, if you went... No, there's no way, that's not, it's not possible for you to get it all moments with both girls on one playthrough. And, obviously, there are moments with Sayori if you write your poems to her in the first act. And obviously, second act, she's not there. So, yeah, not all moments. Yeah. But, like, you can only go to only one of their houses. And there's... I'm guessing you went to Natsuki's house. But I'm sorry. Wait! Sorry for what? I don't understand. Oh wait, oh, okay. Cause I didn't play Natsuki's route. I've only seen it, so she goes over to your house. Okay. The opposite is you go to Yuri's house. Yes, the abusive dad. Yes, that is her. It's not a vice. It's her. I don't know what to call it. You know what I'm trying to get at. That is her. That's her issue. That's her problem. That's her. It's her this. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Damn, Yuri. I'm sure you're not. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Yuri's left alone with her words. No! Yuri, you're gonna make Sayori think it's her fault, you... Yuri, how dare you! You autismo! Yeah. How did this happen? We were having fun just seconds ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica, trust me with this. No, Yuri, autist alert! No! Maybe that's why I like Yuri, because I'm autismo as well. Son of a bitch. I mean, I like all the girls. Again. Do I need to re-rank? Do I need to go Monica power gap? Okay, let's get this right now. No one touches Monica. Monica is the pinnacle. She is the top, and no one touches her. But do I need to re-rank Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki? Because I've always had it Yuri, Sayori, Natsuki. But these side stories are making me consider, do I put Sayori above Yuri? I need to finish these and then I'll have a clear picture. But it's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left her book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ah, this is horrible. Is it really because she thought I was enjoying our time together? Or maybe she was enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. And that's the sad. That's sad. Oh, here's Yuri. Here's alternate style Yuri. Here's original Yuri. Here's alternate style Yuri. Damn, I think... I don't know. She always had big boobs. Her boobs may have gotten even bigger. I'm not sure. Damn, she got an hourglass. Hey, just remember, I respect women, okay? It's not about just how they look. Shut up. Shut up, chat. I respect women. I respect the women. Wait, are you telling me you got this, Joel? What the hell's the other new picture? Yeah, yeah, dude. I had forgot they group by size when I come in the club. I had forgotten that line happened, so when I read it and I was doing Natsuki's voice, I'm like, oh my god, the savagery. What the fuck? Oh no, that was the only new one. I got more new music. The absolute savagery. I'm like, oh my god. That was great. Damn, Natsuki, just put that laundry out there. For the first, that T. Natsuki and her T. Oh, Sayori with the T. You know what I'm saying. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. While Yuri shows up today, sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best! I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Yuri continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass. Nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Where is Monica? Oh, here's Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica runs the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. Just sitting outside the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room was open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers into the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden? And she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before. Did they not get along after all? Monica listened to the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job. I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica's worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. Two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do this? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. Oh wait, shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. It's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. I'm stupid for forcing it on her. Yuri falls silent again as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm just thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. It's important to you that... If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're gonna have all kinds of people join this club. Hopefully, anyway. Learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. Not just only some people. Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would that be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about an arbitrary topic? I could talk for hours about the things I'm into. Unfortunately, it's so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of, or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into the third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. No one deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monika looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori's different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to their other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, might be driving Sayori to even more assertive to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I was just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. I understand now. I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. Just for the club, right? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. She just falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. Ah, yes, that again, because I'm starting to see as the Hedgehog Dilemma, just watching fucking Eva. I think Dan Salvato is the Ano of visual novels, right? The date or the as the mecha anime is just a vehicle for a really genre breaking introspective what's the word I'm looking for? It's just the medium is just a vehicle for an introspective, extraordinary narrative. I have a better description for it. I just can't think of it right now. I was just thinking about this the other day. It's the same thing with Doki Doki. It's just the dating sim. Well, here, like Ano was he looked at like mecha anime as like a crutch. And he uses the anime as like to build up like fake self-confidence, right? Like he's watching these badass people do badass things, and that he's able to live vicariously. You know, I kind of think of sports as the same way. People do that, but he correctly found it unhealthy, and he has Shinji do that, where he kind of builds up this like when he is in the Eva, he sometimes acts differently, and he's a lot more confident. It's not always more subtle, but he's more willing to take action in the Eva. He's more willing to be aggressive. I mean, he threatens to destroy all of Nerve, right? It is literally a vehicle for this like fake second self, and this is a deconstruction of that, just like Eva is of like this fantasy. Doki Doki's like a deconstruction of like dating sims, as well as being a ton of other things at the same time. But I kind of look at them as similar. That I mean, I haven't heard Salvata speak a lot, and I actually kind of avoid it because I feel like it might break the immersion. But I think of like almost like the girls love you so much that I think the point is to get you to love yourself. As far as like, and there's a lot of other messages and purposes for Doki Doki and meanings, but I think that's one of them. Whereas like obviously Shinji at the end is congratulations, you know, you don't need the Eva anymore. You don't need any of this bullshit. Like you've come to self-actualization, and I think that's one of the themes of Doki Doki. Because like, who would play a dating sim? I mean, there's people. I'm sure there's people that play dating sims for fun, but like, I'm sure a good amount of people who are playing dating sims are like, you know, lonely. You know, they're looking for something. They feel like they need something more, and I think it's trying to teach them that you have people around you that love you, and you should also love yourself. You don't need to create this false persona and false like power fantasy. I don't know. I think I'm rambling a little bit. I need to condense it a little more. And also, I was thinking of the word that both Eva and Doki Doki are, but not deconstructions. They're whatever. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monika finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika mostly did the work while Yuri just followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, then turns to face Monika. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I thought we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it'd be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monika waves at Yuri, turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. The moment of daydreaming about tea is enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri! Wait! Hold on! I'm not done yet! Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me. I've been trying really hard. Stop. Oh no! Oh, the autism's back! No! Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. This, yeah. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri! Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Yuri looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. If I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently, just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. No! No! Don't treat my queen Sayori like this, Yuri, please. Please, you autismo. Okay, let me try and deliver this line. I don't want your pity. Monica, you should have known. Monica, you should have been here. Monica, come back, hurry up. Okay, let me try and deliver this line. I don't want. I can't say it in like her, like, and have it like somewhat girly. I don't want your pity, bro. Alright, we'll just keep it at that. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears full of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this. Before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Aww. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest, pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. Yes, sorry. Well, Joel, when Natsuki and Yuri first fight, did you pick Sayori to help? Because that's what I did. I promise. I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, and speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me, that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. Oh no. Oh no. This is bringing back memories of a certain somebody. I think, oh man. Now I'm realizing, wait a minute. This is why I like Yuri, is because of... Moving on. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually actually like me for who I am. So long story short, I knew someone like this who thought, I don't know, who didn't understand, who literally didn't understand me being nice to them. The realization, yeah. I'll just say, there are people like this who just, like, literally don't get it. Like, I don't know, they just think, like, someone being nice, it has to be some ulterior motive or pity or something. Rather than actual enjoyment in their company or who they are. Even I feel that sometimes a little bit. Though I mean, I'm not nearly as bad. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I first joined the literature club. I thought it was finally my chance to make friends through my interest, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool out of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people, stop ruining things for myself. That's all. She finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realized that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience are required sometimes. Hehehe, that sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you'd get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning I have a lot of patience. Wait, was that Yuri who said? Oh, it was Yuri who said that. Oh shit, I fucked that up. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Oh, Green Poison is now playing Battlefield 4. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you really consider in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about other people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. It's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle. But try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried. Oh, okay. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me. Haha. Ray fights back small at the comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the lecture club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of her feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. Hehehe, that's what I wanted to hear! But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, Please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course! I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. But we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you did. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back! Monica's back! I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Sayori talks over to Monica. Ah! She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri. It might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them and smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity of the Literature Club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interest. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you. Learn about things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Alright. Boom, bam, bop. We are through the first 2 side stories that I unlocked. Hey! It's Sayori. I like this. I like this a lot. But I can't get rid of the classics. We just can't do that. We just can't do that. I'm sorry. Alright. And that's gonna be the end of this adventure for now. I want to thank everybody that was here. I want to thank my main man Joel. I want to thank my main man Joel. He may be, he may have chosen Worst Girl Natsuki, but he's a good man other than that. I want to thank everybody here. Anyone watching on YouTube, check in for the other side stories that I will complete at some point. When that happens, I don't know. I'm a busy guy. Thank you for being here. See y'all later. Bam, boop, bop.